those people in our own families. Applause for our reenactors. Bringing up the rear of the infantry column, we had the auxiliar troops serving with the legionaries. And then we have our Roman riders from the Roman games. Let's give them a cheer for the blue and the red rider. And then we have the Romans came, and then the Roman Empire fell. The Angles, the Saxons, the Jutes, the Frisians conquered these lands. So ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for our Dark Age warriors! The Angles, the Saxons, the Jutes and the Frisians. And then the Vikings came. But England was given its name by the Angles. Anglorum became England, or England as we pronounce it today. And then following on behind, we have some visitors from the east. We have some Saracens, ladies and gentlemen. So let's hear it for our visitors, the Saracens, the enemies of the Crusaders. Following on behind our Saracens, we have two mounted Norman sergeants and retainers, the foot soldiers of the Norman army, the Norman English army. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the Normans again. Come on! We then move on in time, a few hundred years or so, to the wars between England and France, known as the 100 Years' War, the time of Henry V. So ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the troops, the French and English troops from the 100 Years' War. The soldiers from Agincourt, from Crécy and Poitiers. And then we move on another 60 to 100 years to the time known as the Wars of the Roses. So ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for our Yorkist and our Lancastrian soldiers from the Wars of the Roses. We then move into the Tudor period, and I can see some mercenary soldiers, ladies and gentlemen, that have come here all the way from Germany. These are the famous Landsknechts, who were brought in by Henry VIII as mercenaries. So ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the Landsknechts! And as the Tudor period then moves on into the Stuart period, James I and then Charles I. And in the reign of King Charles I, we had the calamitous wars in these islands known as the English Civil War. So ladies and gentlemen, can you give a huge round of applause for the infantry of the King's Army? Royalist foot soldiers fighting in the Cavalier Army. We have soldiers here from the Marquis of Winchester's regiment in their fine burgundy coats, giving you a salute. Give them a round of applause, please, ladies and gentlemen. We also have Richard Grenville's horse, but they appear to have lost their horses. But give them a cheer. Following on behind them, we have the blue-coated troops of the Oxford Company. So ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for our blue-coated royalists. You can see them going from column of division to line of division. A manoeuvre it was vital for them to perform on the battlefield, going from march to an attack formation. And then we have in their resplendent, in their black coats, we have Blackwell's regiment. Give them a round of applause, please. Still soldiers of the King. And then in their green coats, we have the Royalist Infantry from Shrewsbury, the Shrewsbury Regiment. Still coming onto the arena. Civil War, 1642 to 1646, the First Civil War, Second Civil War in 1648, and the Third Civil War, 1651-52. The King then being restored in the year 1660. So let's hear it one more time for the King's Infantry. We now move on to the opposite. As the King's troops move down the field, we can see some horse just coming onto the field. A troop of horse from the Parliamentarian Cavalry Regiment Hungerfords. So ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for our Roundheads. And as Hungerfords lead the way, we can see a body of red-coated army with a musket wing on each flank. Now wheeling, as they would on the battlefield, the very first redcoats. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the Fairfax Battalion! New model army coated in red. Then went on to become the English and then the British Army under Charles II, and then James II, and then William. Following on, we have troops from Essex's company, the Earl of Essex, being the First Lord General of the Parliamentarian troops. So let's hear it for Essex's! And next we have Points's Brigade with Montague's Regiment. So let's hear it for Montague's and Points's! Now we have troops from Loudon's, Bright's, John Bright and Hamden's regiments. So ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for our Parliamentarian Infantry. With our famous yellow and black drummers. And so the English Civil Wars came to an end. The King eventually was restored in 1660, though Charles II had very little power compared with that of his father, Charles I. There was then the Glorious Revolution in 1688, and William became king. And then we have the Hanoverian kings, George I, George II and George III. We've got a London taxi cab here that we can see. So let's have a big round of applause for our two gentlemen with their very quick and speedy service. Give them a cheer, come on! We then move on. These are troops from the year 1775 to 1783. Following on behind them, we have some American Royalists from the Queen's Rangers. So ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the British troops of the American Revolution. And following on behind there, we have some colonists from America. They may be loyal to Britain or they may be revolutionaries. But let's hear it for the Americans. We then move on to the period known as the Napoleonic Wars. The British Redcoats fighting in the Spanish Peninsula under the Duke of Wellington, Sir Arthur Wellesley, against the French with their Spanish and Portuguese allies. So let's hear it for the British Redcoats and the Green Riflemen from the Napoleonic period. We then move on to the conflict between 1854. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the 19th Regiment of Foot, our soldiers from the Crimea. We then have some very fine horsemen and horsewomen from the time of the British Raj in India. We have Captain Snowden there of Skinner's Horse, a very, very fine officer indeed. And we have a sergeant from the 17th Lancers. So let's hear it for the British from the Raj. We then move on to the war known as the Second Boer War, 1899 to 1902. And we have a detachment of khaki-coated British infantry from the Diehards. So let's hear it for the Diehards! Followed by some mounted British infantry, or they may be cavalry, it doesn't really matter. So let's hear it for the British cavalry from the Boer War. Then, ladies and gentlemen, we move on to our opponents in that war. So let's have a rousing Kelmarsh British cheer for the Boers! I've heard a rumour, a dreadful rumour. There are some women out there that believe that they should have the vote. But you may disagree with me. So let's hear it for the suffragettes! Now, the suffragettes seem to have stopped the entire parade now. Perhaps they're doing a demonstration here. And then we move on to the conflict, the terrible conflict that engulfed the world between 1914 and that year. And let's just have a look at our French soldier. He's not wearing camouflage, he's got a blue coat on, and he's wearing bright red trousers and a bright red capo. Well, the French soon learned that they had to change their uniform. So let's hear it for the old Contemptibles and the French from 1914. We also have a detachment of Highlanders and a detachment of nurses. So let's hear it for our British soldiers. So let's hear it for Kaiser Bill's infantry. In the year 1914-1915, they stopped wearing the piccolo helmet and went over to a steel helmet, just as the Allies did. We then move on to a war that came out of the First World War, the Russian Civil War. So let's hear it for the White Russians and for the Soviets. 1919 to 1923. We then come on to another conflict that happened in Europe in 1936 to 1939. There was a civil war in Spain between nationalists and Republicans. So let's hear it for our guests, our troops from the Spanish Civil War. And of course, following the Spanish for the British Army of Liberation. We then move on to our American allies at D-Day. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm simply going to say, let's give it up for the Yanks. But of course, there was our enemy at that time, Germans. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have some Fallschirmjäger, and we also have troops from the Wehrmacht. So, ladies and gentlemen, can you give a round of applause, please, for our German enemies? We then move on to the war in the Far East, the 14th Army, often known as the Forgotten Army. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a big round of applause for our Far Eastern British Army fighting the Japanese. We now have some American troops from the 1960s from the Vietnam War. So let's hear it from the Yanks from Vietnam. Calls from the Second World War, headed up by British motorcyclists. followed by a jeep from airborne reconnaissance. These were actually dropped in, or went down in gliders, and then they gave the airborne troops some mobility. From the Second World War! We then have an American M3 half-track, but this is in war. And then we have two further M3 half-tracks, this time manned by GIs, American troops. So let's hear it for the M3 half-tracks! Come on! A lot of time and effort goes into keeping these vehicles running, keeping them in tip-top condition. And finally, last, but I assure you, ladies and gentlemen, by no means least, between 1941 and 1945, 2/3 of the German army were fighting the Soviets in one of the longest and bloodiest campaigns in the history of warfare. The Russians lost 20 million.
Thank you. Yeah.
Big brother. Texas, yeah.